For this project, I went with a 3-ton Minisplit. That's what we're gonna be using to cool this entire garage. Now for reference, I got a 55-foot RV garage with a 27-foot 2-car garage. So that's why I went with a 3-ton, we went with the bigger Minisplit so that we can condition the entire garage and not have issues or worry about it struggling. Now we're gonna be doing this first because I don't wanna move anything in. I don't wanna epoxy the floors without this garage nice and cool. Now before we get into this, I just want to say, I've never done this before. I'm not a professional, and yeah, let's get right into it. We've got one bracket up right now, so the attachments to the wall anchors that came with the pack, these little guys, I really don't like these because then you have to drill a hole in the wall, hammer it in, and the screws, I don't know, it just doesn't feel, I mean, it'll probably get the job done, but I just don't like it. I'd rather use these self-drilling ones so that we just drill them to the wall where they're at, boom, and come back and screw them in right into place. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna use these guys. Pick these up on Amazon, I'll leave a link down below. But they're just self-drilling wall anchors. They're like 75 pounds each or something like that. So tossing those, going with these. All right, we're on to the scariest part of the project. Cutting a hole from the interior to the exterior. I only say it's scary because I don't want to mess up and have to drill another hole and do some stucco patching on the exterior. Not happening. So let's hope my dimensions are right and this gets cut in the right spot. Alright, so next we're going to need to connect the communication line from the head unit, and it's going to be run through down to the outside unit. Now you can see the cables are numbered 1, 2, 3S, and then you have your ground, which is green and yellow. So right here we got 1, 2, 3S, and ground. We need to go ahead and run the cable from the back of the unit to the front. Well, that wasn't graceful. Alright, so we got one set up, and honestly, after doing it, it's not bad. We got it at a slope, we got the head unit stuck in, all the cables and everything stuck out. So we're just gonna repeat the process one more time. This time I feel a lot better about doing it, and our measurements worked out. Even not having a template, the measurements still worked out, so we're good. Booyah! This is going to be our pad. The two 120 volt lines coming in are in the middle, and then I just connected the white and the black, which are both hot, coming into the outer two, ground right here in the middle. That is all there is to it. Before we continue, let's take a second to talk about today's sponsor, Titan Mattress. Alright, so I'm gonna be real with you guys. The secret to getting better sleep is to get a solid mattress. Now, I just moved into a new house, so the only mattress on my list was the Titan. Now, I had the Titan mattress at my last place for the last 2 years, and it was hands down the best mattress I've ever had. So if you want to get better sleep, get a solid mattress. Now, they came out with the Titan Plus Luxe since I've had my last one, so I had to go and see what this new one was all about. So the setup was easy. I mean, it was a new house, new room, new bed frame, but the real star is the mattress. Now, the Titan Plus Luxe is designed for people who want serious support without sacrificing comfort. And after sleeping on my previous Titan for 2 years, I can honestly say these mattresses deliver. And here's what sold me again. First, the mattress is built to last. Titan literally third-party tested their beds with over 200,000 rolls. That's double the industry normal. So yeah, it's made for real people, real life, and real long-term use. Now, another benefit is you get a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty. They're basically handing you peace of mind and saying, go ahead, really try this out. How many companies do that? And of course, shipping is free and returns are easy in the event that you're not satisfied, which I highly doubt you will be. So yeah, this is a new house, new chapter, and the Titan Plus Luxe is the only mattress I trust for the best sleep I've had in years. If you want durability, support, and comfort that actually lasts, this is it. Now, I will leave a link down below. I will have a code so you can get 30% off your order, so please check them out. And thank you again, Titan Mattress, for sponsoring this video.
Can y'all see me? Okay, cool. Hey everybody, it's Steph for those of you who know me. Now, I'm getting started masking around the edges for Jeff's epoxy job for his garage. So I'm gonna just get started and let's get jiggy.
Alright, so right now, we got everything prepped, masked off, ready to go. Steph's Floor Epoxy LLC right now.
Stop
going crazy. Now, step 2, we about to mix up the epoxy, and we're gonna go around all of the stem walls. Go ahead, hit them, I'm gonna paint them, Steph's gonna flake it. So that's the plan. What could go wrong? So the process with the epoxy is pretty simple. We're gonna start with our base coat and then apply flakes. Now we start with the stem walls just to make it easier so we don't have to worry about those later, but paint this base coat on, apply flakes, and just make sure not to miss any spots when it comes to the flakes. It's better to overdo it than to underdo it. So when it comes to pouring the epoxy and getting a quick, clean surface, a leaf blower is just the easiest and quickest way to do it. So basically blow off the area. You can blow the excess on the area that's already been, curing. And then we can go ahead and continue the base and flake for the rest of the garage. So the last step in this process is going to be applying the top coat. Now we're going to throw our spikes back on so we can make sure not to mess up that finish. And we're going to get right to it. We got a part A and a part B. It's going to be a 50-50 mix for the top clear coat. We're going to go ahead and mix those together in a 5-gallon bucket. Now it's important to wear a respirator. These fumes are no joke and are pretty serious. Even if you got a fan going, just do yourself a favor and wear a respirator. Now we're going ahead and kind of evenly distributing this throughout the squares, and then we go through, move the product around with the squeegee, and then Steph is coming back behind and just rolling a nice smooth finish. So that's the process. Squeegee it out to kind of move the material around, come through and finish. And that is a 18 or 14 inch roller, I believe. So that's a 14 inch roller. And we're just going through, rinse and repeat until you finish your top coat. After that, we'll let it cure for 2 days. And that is all there is to it. Now for the paint, I went with hiring out the painting for the garage because I needed it done, and these guys knocked it out in one weekend. So we did black on the ceilings, black trim around the base, and black doors, and then a nice kind of rough rustic gray around the walls, and that was it.